Got a blast.
What is going on, my people? How is everybody doing and how is everybody feeling in today? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you all how to get shades of Tony Parker on NBA 2K25 current gen. Alright, so we're going to get right into it. Alright, so we already know first and last name Tony Parker. We're going to go to the point guard position, right hand, jersey number 2, and we want to put France, because that's where he's from. Alright, so now we're going to stay at 6'3". We're going to put that weight to 205, and then we're going to put the wingspan to 6'10", and then we're going to go defined on the body shape. So we're going to start with our physicals first, like we always do. First things first is, my bad, we're going with that 95. Okay, so usually I go 90, but for this build we're going 95. All right, and shout out to Cloud. This is like my plug. He's always, grinding just like me. This man be in the lab just like me, getting all these builds, helping me out. So I appreciate you, Cloud. You definitely make my job a lot easier. So we're gonna get right into it. So we're gonna go 60 on the vert. That's more than enough for a point guard. We don't need, a crazy amount of vert. This is perfect. We wanna go 45 on our strength. Acceleration, we're gonna go 85. And then for the speed, we'll have some high speed, because this is Tony Parker. 90 speed. All right, this is very important for Tony Parker because he's so fast when he's running around the court. Even the speed of the ball is high because he's just he was that skilled when he was in the NBA. 40 on the defensive rebound. We're not going to put anything on the offensive, but the interesting thing is that we'll have a 66 block, so we'll get access to chase down on silver. Alright, so we're going to be able to get some blocks with this Tony Parker build. That's going to be unique. We're going 80 on our steal, and then we want to go 79 on the perimeter defense, and then we're going to have some interior tools. So this build is going to catch a lot of people off guard. If you think of making this Tony Parker build, people are not going to expect you to have chase down on silver, and they're not going to expect you to have a 68 interior defense. So that's going to be dope. Then you have that 79 perimeter with that 80 still. That's solid. So we get access to a silver interceptor, which is going to be incredible. So now we want to go to the playmaking. So the playmaking is going to be balanced across the board. We're going to have 80 for everything in playmaking, which is going to balance this build out so much. We get 20 playmaking badge points. So 80 across the board is going to be really solid for this build. All right. Now, this is my favorite part of the build, I'll be honest. So we have a 90 free throw. So when we get fouled because we're in the paint, scoring in the paint, causing havoc, we're going to be able to knock down free throws. We should never miss free throws if we time our free throw with whatever animation that we choose. Now, the shooting is going to be immaculate. So we're going to have an 88 3-point shot with an 88 mid-range, my people. This build is looking really incredible from what we see so far. 88 midi, 88 3-point shot. You can shoot from anywhere on the court, especially after you get your hot spots, and yeah, this is gonna be crazy. The cool thing also about this is that we get a 71 post control. What? 71 post control on a Tony Parker build is phenomenal. So of course Tony Parker wasn't dunking, but he could lay up, so we get that 85, and then the rest we'll put into our close shot. So 14, 26, 20, and 17 badge points. That is insane, my people. This build is looking very promising. You're fast, you can play defense. Literally, you have blocks, steals, perimeter, and interior defense. The only thing that this build is taking a hit in is the strength, the rebounding, standing dunk, and driving dunk. But you don't really need any of those to be effective for this point guard build. This build has some strengths and it's just absolutely incredible. Alright, so now the takeovers that we get. So we get shot creating, we get sharp, we get playmaking and lock, to me, I love defense, so I would definitely want to do something like this. If I was running this point guard build, I definitely would do something like this, because this is just my style. I like to be a pass first. I like to play defense, but the most offensive ideal takeovers is definitely ankle breaking shots and limitless range. These two is like the most ideal heavy offensive, that you can definitely choose from. All right. So once you do that, as you can see, look at that, Tony Parker, and I always try to focus on first shades, but to see Kyrie and Maxey, that's tough. That's tough. This comes out to a sharpshooter. So to me, this is a catfish Tony Parker build, because usually I would expect to see a two-way slash and playmaking, but this is a catfish sharpshooter build that has defense and it has great playmaking, can finish in the paint, and has great physicals. So this is definitely a catfish build, because you don't expect to have this much defense on a point guard sharpshooting build, right? So now let's test this build, because that's why we're here, and then we're gonna get out of here. So look, we get 14, right? I would have loved to have maybe a little more on the finishing, but to be honest, all of these do not even matter. These are the most important ones to get for this Tony Parker build. So definitely want to go with Hall of Fame and then Acrobat, right? Let me see something. What's the lowest we could go? Okay, so we could go gold. Okay, so we won't be able to get any of this. So all right, so no problem. So we go Hall of Fame here, and then maybe some Pro Touch or Fast Twitch. Okay, so we'll go Fast Twitch, because we will be able to get that, and then maybe just go something like this. But Silver Fast Twitch, because when we're in the paint, this is what we want to be able to do. We definitely want to be able to get them Fast Twitch animations for us. The shooting is going to be immaculate. We definitely want to go with this, because we have an 88 midi, so we want to definitely utilize that. Let me see, what's the highest? Okay, blinders is the highest for this on this one. Okay, cool. So we definitely want to get Green Machine. Definitely want to catch and shoot. And then we can definitely core our blinders. Once we do that, we'll still have 12 badge points. Then we want to go like limitless range. That's gonna be incredible. We definitely want to do that. But for right now, we see something. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll definitely be able to do that. Boom, perfect. The playmaking, hyperdrive, of course. Quick first step. Boom. All right. These are like the most important ones. Yes, the passing stuff and all of that is also good too, but offensive wise, this is what we want. And so we get access to a lot right here. Alright, so definitely I'm gonna core my bailout, and then I'll probably go with killer combos next once that's cored, right? Let's see, what else do we get? Maybe we could go some needle threader. Boom. Alright. So now the defense. So we get 17 defensive badge points. Alright, we definitely want to get workhorse. We definitely want pick dodger. And what else do we get here? We could definitely go with the chase down. Okay, perfect. So we do get access to what I said we wanted. Okay, so I'm gonna core interceptor. Then I have access to glove or clamps or challenger. To be honest, maybe we could just go core that, save on 6, and then maybe go challenger or clamps. It's really up to you how you want to do this, all right? But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this Tony Parker build. And until next time, much love.